go ahead.
Okay, stand by for a mark on another picture.
Okay, standing by, Fred.
Three, two, one, mark.
Okay, we got it. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston.
Jim, Houston here, two items. First of all, your PTC is looking very good and it should carry you through the night. Second point, have a procedure to give you if you're ready to copy. We'd like to set 3 bits in the computer, and I'll explain why.
Go ahead, Vance, we're ready to copy.
Okay, the procedure is as follows. Verb 25, noun 07, enter. 1331, enter. 7, enter. And enter. Explanation as follows. During the P-23s, there was one time when verb 37 was entered into the computer at about 16 seconds after the optics 0 switch was put to 0. This is a very uncommon anomaly in that if you do this during a 4/10 of a second interval at around 16 seconds after you zero the optics, some opt mode bits are reset. And this would mean that if you had an OCDU fail, it wouldn't be indicated. So all this procedure is doing is setting these 3 bits back again where they should be.
Okay, Vance, and I guess I'll try to be slower on that verb 37.
Yeah, actually, slower or faster, either one, I guess. Well, yeah, slower. It's a very unusual thing to have that happen.
Okay, in Houston, stand by for a mark on another picture.
Raj, standing by.
Three, two, one, mark it.
Roger, we copy, Fred.
Okay, Vance, we've completed that procedure, and let me know if everything is okay.
Okay, thank you. We'll let you know. If anything isn't okay, I'm sure it's good now.
Hey, tell GNC and Guido, thanks a lot for keeping good track of me there.
Raj, they're right on the ball. And 13 Houston, if you would like, we can let you know about every 2 minutes before the Earth should be coming into your window. We think we've got it pegged down pretty well now, and you won't have to look for it so much. Do you want that?
Yeah, that'll be fine, man.
Okay. And 13 Houston, Guido says the bits are reset. Or rather, are set.
Okay. Okay, thanks, man.
This is Apollo Control at 9 hours 32 minutes. The booster systems engineer has just advised Flight Director Jerry Griffin that he and his group were going to pack it up and move out, meaning that no mid-course correction number 2 will be required for the S-4B. The mid-course correction number 1 for the third stage of the booster has placed it on a trajectory which is calculated to impact it into the moon at the desired point. Several of the booster people will stand by and continue to monitor, but at this point everything looks very good, and the majority of the people at that position will be ending a very long day for them and leaving the control center. To repeat, no mid-course correction number 2 will be required for the S4B. This is Mission Control, Houston.
Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston.
It's time for Fred to start looking for the Earth. Should be coming by in about a couple of minutes.
Okay, he's got his head out there right now. Yeah, you got that pretty well pegged, man. There it be.
Doesn't that give you confidence?
Yeah, I guess so. In a minute, though, you're going to hear my kitchen timer ding, and that also says the Earth is there.
Okay.
Okay, hands for countdown. 3, 2, 1, mark.
Roger, we copy. Apollo 13, Houston, over.
Go ahead, Houston.
Roger, we're enjoying Fred's music there.
Yeah, they just flipped it to him, Roger. Yeah, I kind of like it too, man.
Yeah, we didn't hear much of it, though.
This is Apollo Control. Fred's music was a few bars from the Marine Corps hymn, obviously recorded on one of the onboard tape recorders. The intermodule pilot Fred Hayes is a former Marine aviator.
Houston, Apollo
13, Houston, go ahead.
13. Okay, Vance, we did another EMS null bias test, and it went from 100.0 to 101.8 in 100 seconds.
Roger, we copy. Houston.
Go ahead, man.
Jack, like to verify, was that 100 to 100.8 or 101.8?
101.8.
Roger.
It was plus 100 to plus 101.8.
Roger. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead.
The Earth's coming up in the window again in 1 to 2 minutes.
You got it. You're right again. for a mark here.
Roger.
3, 2, 1, mark.
Roger, copy your mark. Apollo 13, Houston, we have a CSM state vector to send you. Request POO and accept at your convenience.
Okay, Vance, there's POO and accept.
Okay, it's coming up. 13, the computer's yours again.
Okay, going back to block.
Roger.
Looks like picture taking time again.
Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, Earth should be coming into view.
Okay, I got it. Okay, stand by, Vance. 3, 2, 1, mark.
Roger, we got it. Earth's starting to look pretty small now.
Well, looking at it here, Vance, it's hard to be convinced it's even the Earth. All I see is water and clouds.
Well, I guess that's what we want. We want pictures of weather, right? Clouds.
Yeah, about half of it's covered with clouds.
This is Apollo Control at 10 hours 37 minutes. Apollo 13 is 52,141 nautical miles from Earth. Velocity 8,250 feet per second.
Houston, Apollo 13.
This is Houston, go ahead.
Okay, Vance, are you copying the torquing angles on this P-52 option 3?
That's a firm, but stand by.
Okay.
Okay, we got him. Go ahead and torque him, Jack.
Okay, that was stars 20 and 27, and star angle difference was 5 balls. And time of torquing would be 10 hours, 40 minutes, and 15 seconds.
1 hour, 40 minutes, and 15 seconds. 20 and 27 stars and 5 balls. Roger. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, Vance.
Time to look out your window for us again.
Lo and behold. Okay, 3, 2, 1, mark.
Roger, copy. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston.
Jim, we're coming up on a handover between sites. You might lose comm momentarily.
Okay, understand. Hand over. We might lose the comm.
Roger.
This Apollo control at 11 hours. That handover will be from Goldstone to Honeysuckle, taking place now. Apollo 13 is 53,925 nautical miles from Earth, velocity 8,093 feet per second.
I can check with.
Okay, Jim, real good.
Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead.
Should have the Earth coming into view here shortly.
Okay. We got a new Capcom now.
No, I changed my voice.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, mark.
Roger, copy.
Negative, Houston, negative.
We got your mark, Jim.
Okay. Hey, you still there, man?
Raj, go ahead.
I guess the world really does turn. I can see some land masses now. It must be Australia down there at the bottom, and I guess we had really figured out what's over the to the west. It must be some part of Asia, China probably.
Hey, maybe the fact that you verified that the Earth really turns, we can call this Hayes' theory, huh?
Very good, Vance. Very good.
No, seriously, very interesting. We can see on the map now that you're between Guam and Hawaii and a little bit north, and you're almost out 60,000 miles.
Yeah, I just did a P-21 and we had to 55,900.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Now let's look at it again here.
Incidentally, we're looking at a replay of your TD&E stuff here, and TV looks pretty good. First chance some of us had to see it.
Okay, Vance, in R1, there's our altitude in tens of miles, 55,290.
Okay. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston.
Okay, looking at our computations back here, we show you about 55,450 and going out rapidly now.
Well, Hal might be a little bit off. We have a sign underneath our LED DSKY that my name is Hal.
I can't imagine how that got there. Just remember, you have to be nice to Hal.
We will. I think this PPC is going to work out good. I've been watching here for the last hour here.
Good. It's looking good here. Good Lord.
Houston,
13, Houston, you're very weak. Please repeat.
Vance, from our calculations, we've taken about 10 Earth weather photography pictures. I see nothing coming up here except to close the waste stowage trend here in a little while. I was thinking about getting squared away to bed down for the evening pretty soon.
Okay, that sounds good, Jim. FAO here would like to request just one more picture before you bed down, if you don't mind.
Okay, we'll come through with one more picture.
Okay. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead, Houston.
A couple of items, Jim. The first is the time for closing the waste stowage vent is 12:24. If you turn in before that time, why, it's okay as far as we're concerned down here to close it before that time, just before you go to bed. The second point, we have some results on the P-23s, and if Jack's interested, we could give him the corrected altitudes we're getting and so forth.
Yeah, sure am, man.
Okay, this is preliminary results, but it'll give you some indication. Corrected altitudes is turning out to be 17 plus or minus 4 kilometers, and the fact that it's plus or minus 4 kilometers indicates that you're being very consistent in judging the altitude. The effective altitude is turning out to be 10 plus or minus 12 kilometers. Comments are that, as I said before, you're being consistent on the horizon selection. The substellar point error is averaging 15 arc minutes, and if you could hold the rates to a minimum, you might shoot for 5 arc minutes. That's the only comment there. Over.
Okay, we'll try to do a little better next time.
But they're real satisfactory.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
Roger. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jack, this is the last time for the Earth coming into view in about 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, I got my photographer looking out there.
Okay. Uh, 13, Houston, I just corrected. Actually, the Earth will come into view more times. It's just that we're referring to the photography over.
Okay. Three, two, one, mark.
Roger, we copy. And could you give us a frame number on that last picture, please?
Okay, we've been writing them all down, Vance, as we went, but that one turned out to be 29.
Roger, 29, friend.
Okay, Jack says I can't read the counter very well. It should be 28 based on our start frame.
Correction to 28. 13, Houston, understand, though, the number showing that you read on the camera was 28. Is that affirmed?
Yeah, the readability of that thing is, like half a frame one way or the other, so 28 I think is a good number.
Okay. Roger, Houston copies.
I'll have to not wear it out before Jack gets there.
Sounds like that music's a pretty nice thing to have on a long voyage.
Yeah, you're right.
Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead.
Fred, Did you get any master alarms up there about 5 or 10 minutes ago? Folks thought they saw some here and they were curious about it.
Yeah, we got another O2 flow high on, yeah, I guess that was about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, Vance, what the people down there might have been seeing is our testing.
Raj, testing the caution warning.
Yeah, we were rigging a little siren device over the master alarm, and we were running a test on it.
Okay, good enough. And anytime you're ready to copy, I've got a pad P37 block data.
Stand by.
Okay, go ahead, Vance.
Okay. P37 block data, starting with GETI 02500 5119 minus 165 07108 03500 7733 minus 165 07036 04500 6208 minus 165 09452 06000 5993 minus 165 11853. Over.
Okay, stand by 1 minute. Okay, 02500 5119er minus 165 07108 03500 7733 minus 165 07036 04500 6208 minus 165 09452 06000 5993 minus 165 11853.
Raj, that's all correct.
Okay.
This is Apollo Control at 12 hours 5 minutes. Apollo 13's distance from Earth now 58,828 nautical miles. Velocity 7,690 feet per second.
Houston 13.
Roger, go ahead.
We're starting our pre-sleep checklist and no medication.
Okay. The doc says very good.
Houston, is there any onboard readouts that you can have from us?
Standby one. We need the LEM CM Delta P for one thing, and I'll check back in a minute with the others.
Okay, we still have the vent valve open. We'll close it one last thing. So I'm looking at LEM CM Delta P right now, and I see 5 tenths in PSI indicated.
Roger, 5 tenths. Houston.
Go ahead.
Only other readouts we need are those on page 3-13 of the flight plan. BAT C, PyroBAT A, PyroBAT B, RCS A, B, C, and D readings, and DC indicators select main A or B.
Okay, stand by. And Vance, we're still charging BAT B. Did you want to dispense with that in a few minutes?
Stand by on that, Fred.
Okay, Vance, I've got your readouts on page 3-13 of the flight plan.
Okay, ready to copy.
Okay, BAT C is 37, PyroBAT A is 37, PyroBAT B is 37, RCSA 94%, B 95%, C 93%, D 96%.
Roger, copy that. Apollo 13, Houston.
Go ahead.
Okay, in answer to the battery charging question, calculate it should be fully charged at 12:35. Play that one, though, the same as the waste vent. If you want to do it earlier because you're turning in, why, that's fine with us.
Okay, we'll continue on with a few other things we got to get done, and just before turning in, we'll check with you, and you can command us in.
Okay.
Houston, Apollo 13. Give me a call when you're ready for an EMIM breakdown.
This is Houston 13. You were weak. Please repeat.
Okay, Vance, give me a call when you're ready for our e-memory dump.
Okay, 13, we're not quite ready yet. We'll give you a call when we're ready. Roger, go ahead.
Okay, Vance, I understand you're ready.
Negative, Guido isn't quite ready yet. Just...
Okay, I thought I heard you call us.
But we're ready now, Jack, so Guido says he's ready to take it.
On the way down.
Roger.
Houston, Apollo 13.
13, Houston, go.
Okay, Vance, requesting clearance now to turn the vent valve back to close again, and also the battery charge off.
Roger, that's fine with us, Jim. Proceed.
Okay, we'll do that.
13, Houston.
Go ahead, Vance.
We think the spacecraft's looking in good shape. Nobody has any comment down here before you hit the hay.
Okay, how do they think we stand in the way of consumables so far?
You're looking in good shape in all respects, consumables-wise.
Okay, real fine.
13, Houston.
Go ahead, Dan.
Just the last comment, Jack, would you clear Hal, please, so he doesn't burn his lights out there tonight?
No, I was just, I will do that for you.
Okie dokes. And we'll see you in the morning, huh?
Okay, be just a minute or two yet. Gotta finish up a couple more chores.
What do you mean it is morning?
Hey, that's right. It's been a long day, huh?
Answer what?
This Apollo Control at 13 hours 8 minutes. We don't anticipate any further conversation with the crew tonight. At least we do not intend to put in any more calls to them. Apollo 13 crew settling down for a 10-hour rest period. Apollo 13 is 63,312 nautical miles from Earth. Velocity 7,358 feet per second. We'll take the release line down now, come back up in approximately an hour with a status report. If there is further conversation, we'll come back up and bring that to you. This is Mission Control, Houston. This Apollo Control at 13 hours 57 minutes. The white team led by Flight Director Gene Kranz is in the process of taking over here in the control center, relieving the gold team led by Jerry Griffin. Apollo 13 is 66,738 nautical miles from Earth. Velocity 7,123 feet per second. We had no conversation with the crew for the past hour. They have started a 10-hour rest period. It's been a fairly quiet shift. At the beginning of the shift, the crew was performing Program 23, cislunar navigation, taking star markings with the sextant. That went very well. They established the passive thermal control mode and had to reestablish it a little bit later as the initial PTC was not well established. It has been performing very well since it was reestablished. For a period of several hours, the Apollo 13 crew photographed the Earth's weather, one photograph every 20 minutes. Mid-course correction number 1 was not performed by the spacecraft. Mid-course correction number 1 for the S4B, the third stage of the booster, was performed just prior to the Gold team coming on shift this evening at 6 hours elapsed time. Mid-course correction number 2 was scheduled for 9 hours. However, tracking determined that mid-course correction number 2 for the S4B was not required, and the S4B is expected to impact the lunar surface in the area that is desired at about 77 hours 49 minutes. The impact time will continue to be updated throughout the translunar coast period. Just prior to saying goodnight to the crew, we did have a report from Spacecraft Commander Jim Lovell that the crew had taken no medication thus far in the mission. And we reported to the crew that all spacecraft consumables are in good shape. At 14 hours, 1 minute, this is Mission Control, Houston.
This is Apollo Control, Houston, at 14 hours, 33 minutes, now into the flight of Apollo 13. Our digital displays presently show Apollo 13 traveling at a speed of 6,923 feet per second and at a distance away from Earth of 68,941 nautical miles. The white team of flight controllers have settled into their respective console positions. The atmosphere and mission control at the present time could be described as quiet, businesslike, since the crew entered their rest period some hour and a half to 2 hours ago. Flight Director Gene Krantz, as is traditionally done, went around the room talking to each member of his flight control team following their changeover. Jack Lausma is presently filling the position of capsule communicator. However, we would not expect to hear from Mr. Lausma, assuming that the mission continues on its present flight plan. A report from flight surgeon during this around-the-room period indicated, the flight surgeon indicated that he felt all 3 crewmen were settled in and sleeping at the present time. He is recording data on the lunar module pilot, and his data indicated that Fred Hayes went to sleep at 13 hours 30 minutes into the mission some 1 hour ago. We're now at 14 hours 35 minutes into the flight, and this is Apollo Control, Houston. This is Apollo Control, Houston, at 15 hours 33 minutes, now into the flight of Apollo 13. Our digital displays presently show the Apollo 13 spacecraft at 73,035 nautical miles away from Earth, now traveling at a velocity of 6,731 feet per second. With the crew now well into their rest period, here in Mission Control, we have not attempted to contact them. Continuing to monitor at 15 hours 34 minutes into the flight, this is Apollo Control, Houston. This is Apollo Control, Houston, at 16 hours 24 minutes now into the flight of Apollo 13. Our digital displays presently show Apollo 13 at 76,311 nautical miles away from Earth. Continuing to slow down, now showing a velocity of 6,551 feet per second. Meanwhile, during this quiet period in the Mission Control Center, the white team of flight controllers headed by Flight Director Gene Krantz are taking this opportunity to watch a television replay of the transposition and docking phase of the mission, which took place yesterday afternoon. We're at 16 hours 25 minutes into the flight, continuing to monitor. This is Apollo Control, Houston.